Hey, familiar faces. Yeah, we'll talk.
Can I have your attention real quick, guys? Ladies and gentlemen, first off, thank you for being here. Before we officially get started, if you have ballots that were in your registration kits that you have not submitted yet, please come on up and get them put in, because if they're not put in, you're not going to be in on the draws. So if you still have your ballots, please get them put in. Check 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention, please? Can we get everyone to grab a seat, quiet down? First off, welcome to the 2026 Destination Nakoik Bass Open, the largest payout in Atlantic Canada for a bass tournament. So welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. My name is Donald Patterson. I will be your tournament director this weekend. Most of you know me. For those of you who don't, you'll figure it real quick. I have a big mouth and I'm not shy. Let's see. Everybody's got their ballots in. So thank you very much for being here. We have teams from New Brunswick, Nova Scotia, PEI, the state of Maine, Ontario. I believe we have 19 new teams this year, if I'm not mistaken, is what the number was. So thank you to everyone, returning and new alike. At this time, I would like to ask, fresh off of his uncontested mayoral candidacy for the recent election, Mayor Tim Fox. They love him so much up here, no one would even run against him.
Evening, everybody. I think I've talked to most everybody here. If I haven't, I want to talk to you before the night's out. But thanks for those kind words, Donnie. was a hard-fought campaign, and I argued with myself for about 3 weeks, but it is one of those things where I made the decision to run again because I knew we weren't finished, and I think my deputy mayor and chair of the Destination Nakwik Economic Development will tell you the same thing, that we've got a lot of things planned for the community, and this is a highlight every year for us. We welcome you on behalf of the council and all the people in the community. We welcome you. One thing I will say about this community, and I'm super proud of, is the hospitality here. And I hope that you've felt that same hospitality as you've been here. We noticed very much so that you've been here. A lot of you have been here all week. And that's important to us. With that, this is the smallest community for sure in New Brunswick that has its own Destination Nakwik Economic Development Corporation, and we've done that so that we could improve our waterfront, that we could do housing developments, that we could do events like this. And with that, I want to invite our chair and my deputy mayor, Greg McFarland, to come up and say a few words.
Thanks, Tim. I can't tell you how excited we are to have you all here to showcase our community and the watershed, and just to support the sport. One thing we're super proud of is our ability to use our marketing, our brand strategy to develop the sport that you're all involved in. One thing we're super excited about this year is our kids tournament. So I want to give it up for Tim and Tanya for organizing that last year. I think we've got over 100 kids coming, and they're all going to be sitting in those chairs in 20, 30 years from now when we're all doing something else. But we're really proud of our efforts to promote the sport. We're proud of our efforts to bring in youngsters into the sport, and we're grateful for you fishers to be coming here, spending your money, helping support the economy, helping support local businesses, and as you're successful, we're successful, the province is successful, and the sport is successful. So I just want to thank you. I have to tell you, in your package this year, you'll have a little one-pager. Once we finished the marina, we knew we had to start another project. So we had 50 acres of undeveloped ground here in the community. We've been at it for 4 years. We have a brand new subdivision. There's about 35 lots there that are heavily subsidized. So you can buy a building lot in this community for $28,500. That gets you water, sewer, paved streets, curbs, sidewalks, walk to the marina. We have a new collaborative health center, so you're going to get health care here. So we're really excited about that, and we're a 4-season community, and we'd love to have you buy a building lot and spend some more time here. So I had to throw that in. Sorry about that, but shameless plug. Yeah, I'm always pitching for the community. But again, thanks so much for you guys for being here, and good luck tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Greg. And there's nothing wrong with a shameless plug. If memory serves me correctly, there is some folks in this room that started exploring Nakwik last year because of fishing tournaments, and they turned around and they did purchase land here. So those shameless plugs sometimes pay off. I just want to introduce the people behind the scenes that make this event possible. You've already met Mayor Tim Fox, his lovely wife Tanya. They are the lead organizers for this event. I've already introduced myself, Donald Patterson. I'm your tournament director and obviously your MC as well. We have Ryan Hood from the NB Bass Tour, Pat Olson, Fredericton Capital Region Tourism. Jason Forrester from Advitech Systems as our scale master. Behind the scenes in the off-season, Will Fedman, Rob Nickerson, Jeff Wilson, all part of the tournament planning committee. Acadia University biology team, they will be here on site as well, taking care of fish care, some fish tagging, and doing the amazing job they always do looking after our resources. Excuse me. Our NB Bass Tour staff, I can't thank them enough. I already mentioned Ryan Hood, Joe Thompson, Scott Blair, Jordan Blair, Tina Blair, my lovely wife Lanny Patterson, and once again myself. And then Tim Kane, we want to thank him. He will be assisting at the boat launch this weekend as well. Those are some of your key people who make this event possible. So thank you to each and every one of them. The next list is a little long, but we need to pay credit where credit is due. Sponsors. Without corporate sponsors, events like this are not possible. Destination NACWIC Economic Development Corporation as our headlining sponsor. Fredericton Capital Region Tourism, Tourism New Brunswick. Gemtech is doing cash prizes for our daily lunker. Yeti, we have chairs, Yeti hot seats, coolers, water bottles. As you can see, there's all kinds of Yeti product floating around here. Ryan's Pharmacy sponsoring our early bird registration prize. Bass Pro Shops, prizes for the Kids Fishing Derby on Sunday. Jeff Wilson Pro Angler, baits for the Youth Derby. Big Axe Brewery, thank you for hosting us and donating prizes. There's some pretty fine tasting cold beer around here, folks. Don't be shy, make sure you grab one. Advitech Systems, supplying the equipment and manpower for the weighing of our fish. Spicer Cole Fine Jewelers, donate a pair of watches for the tournament winners, valued at $400 a piece. Old Dutch Foods, chips for the Kids Derby and for the bagged lunches that are supplied. KFC, Burger King, 506 Tackle, Design Art Signs, your boat stickers, tournament stickers, and all kinds of stickers for the Kids Derby. Lucky Strike, supplying lures and 2 fishing nets for the Kids Derby. Watershed Fishing Apparel, they're going to be assisting with the Youth Derby and also supplying some prizes. Dorian Outfitters and Canada Bass and others. We could go on for a long time on the sponsors list. To save time, we will announce local sponsors individually as we draw for the door prizes. So not that they're not going to get mentioned. We're just not going to let you listen to me ramble on for hours. Okay. Let's start off with a few prizes. Early bird registration, sponsored by Ryan's Pharmacy. Greg, this is your prize. You want to take this one on? So this is for anyone who was registered before, Tim, what was the date? March 1st? March 31st. Anyone registered before March 31st is put into a draw to win your entry fee back. Obviously, we don't draw it before the event because you got to be here to win it. And we have team number 23, McFarlane and Nickerson. Team number 23, McFarlane and Nickerson. One of you gentlemen close by? Or are they hiding upstairs where the beer's cold? I know I saw Rob upstairs earlier. Someone throw him over that railing. There he is. Get down here. Rob Nickerson, also a 506 Tackle, one of our sponsors. Congratulations, Rob. Rob and his partner, Ray McFarlane, win their entry fee back for registering before March 31st. These guys are too busy talking. They don't want to give him his money. Once they're done writing out a check over here, we're going to do the prize for the new registration team, the first-timer draw. So if you're a new participant to this event, you have been entered into a prize draw. Tim, you want the microphone for this one?
I do. So One of the things when, we do the early bird because we want to get an early number on how many teams we're bringing in, what we have to plan for. This year we had something that hasn't happened since we started, really, and that was an influx of new teams and new partners. And we have this award that we awarded this year, and it's called the First Timer Award. And so it's the first time that you fish this tournament, either as a team or as a partner. We put your name in for a special draw because we appreciate you coming. There's 19 new teams, 19 new teams and 9 new partners. So if you do the math on that, it's 47 new people at the tournament this year. We appreciate you coming and giving us a shot, and we want you to keep coming year after year. But this will be the only year you get the First Timer Award. So this year, our First Timer Award is from team number 5, Gary Williams. Get it? No, it's this. Yeti. You want to do the draw? You do the draws?
Okay, now we're going to go on to some draws. We're going to start with a Yeti 48 Roadie with wheels. Fancy. And you get to choose, well, whoever gets the drawn first gets to choose their color. There's a charcoal and there's a navy. So for the Yeti 48 Roadie, from Team 24, Adam Russell. Adam Russell, come claim your Yeti cooler. You want charcoal, you want blue. They all keep stuff cold. Broken finger, can't fish tomorrow. Okay. Next one is going to be a hoodie from right here at our hosts, the Big Axe Brewery. We have a hoodie from our hosts here at the Big Axe Brewery. Thank you again for the staff. Make sure you treat your servers right. I know they're treating you right. Do I have to say John's last name? Because I get it wrong every time. I can say it. You can say it? Okay.
Team number 17, John Simiana.
John Simiana. See, I get it wrong every time. There he is, coming down the stairs. Come on up here, John. Congratulations, John. Next up, 506 Tackle Supply. We've got a hat and an assortment of 506 product. And the winner for that one, from team number 49, Keith Carver. You turn around and win this weekend with that 506 tackle, you got to let Rob know that you beat him with his own gear. We're going to circle back to Yeti. We have a camo water jug and a hat. We have a camo. I'd lose the water jug. It's camo. You can't see it. Camo water jug and a hat. Team 78, Jeffrey Keddy. Jeffrey Keddy. Congratulations. Nate, make sure you zoom in enough to cut me out of those. I don't need to be in there. And for this round of prizes, there's more to come. But for this round, we'll wrap up with a prize from our friends at Canada Bass. We've got a rod and a reel and a Pan Am Yeti mug. And Team 75, Reg Kendrick. Reg Kendrick, where you at? Welcome back to Nakoik, Mr. Kendrick. Now I'm going to pass the microphone back to Mayor Fox, and he's going to take on the next section as we talk about tournament day flow and procedures.
Okay, we're going to start with this, and I'm going to ask that everybody just kind of ease it down a little bit so that, because we do have 19 new teams here. First time they've been through the process, and I know that a lot of you have already been through it, but if we can kind of keep it down to a dull roar, that would be great, because it'll help the flow move tomorrow morning. So, when you arrive in the morning, I'll be at the entrance of the arena parking lot. I'll greet you. If you're confused about what I say tonight, don't worry. We'll get you pointed in the right direction. You're going to slide into an area right here. When you come in, you're going to come in up here, and you're going to head right down towards the arena. There will be a set of cones, candlestick cones, along the arena. Stay as close to the arena as you can. That becomes important when we start filling parking area, because we'll have to use that space on the other side for parking trucks and trailers. Once you pass the arena, there will be a boat check. They'll check live wells, and they'll check kill switches and life jackets and make sure that everything's all up to snuff. Once you get through the boat check, which will be down around here, you're going to head back towards the launches. I'm assuming that everybody's familiar. We have the two launches. We'll use them both. There will be somebody there. I think, Tanya, you'll be there tomorrow morning to help direct which launch to get on. We'll be doing two at a time on the big launch, on the new launch, and one at a time on the old launch. When you leave there, come up in to the parking lot, and there should be somebody that'll direct you. If there isn't, keep heading over. We're going to start on the far end of the Lions Club, as close to the street as you can possibly start. So if you're the first one that get launched, head to the far end of the Lions Club and as close to the street as you can possibly get, because we've got 78 trucks and trailers to get parked this year. And we're going to work our way around the Lions Club parking lot on the perimeter until we run out of space. When we run out of space there, we're going to start filling the hill behind the arena, or I guess in front of the arena, and that's why we need that space in away from the arena. When we start filling that space, we're going to start way down near where you got your boat check in and work our way back up towards the entrance. And that's just the easiest way to keep the flow going and keep people out of each other's way, and for some of the volunteers not to get run over. It's going to be busy, especially for the ones that have not been here. It looks like a big boat parade. But But it's important that if we keep that flow going, the launch will go very quickly. I believe it was 2 years ago. We had 75 boats or so, and I think we did all the launches within about an hour and 15 minutes. We can do it. It has to run smooth. If you're not quite ready to get in line for a boat check, you've got to unstrap, you've got to rig something up, whatever. Sorry, I went the wrong way. Just across from the arena, there's the mall parking lot. There's nobody there at 5 o'clock in the morning. There's all kinds of space for you to pull in, finish unstrapping, finish doing whatever you have to do before you get in line, and that'll help too. As soon as one boat stops to start unstrapping or rigging up rods or whatever, then it kind of upsets the whole flow. I mentioned area number 2 along the arena for parking. When we run out of space, we'll run to area number 3, which is just down in past the ball fields. And there's another parking area there. Trying to find where I'm at. If you are coming in to launch, please launch and park before you go to breakfast. Because we want to make sure we've got all the boats in the water prior to takeoff time, and we don't want to have any delays. So if you can launch and park your truck before you go to breakfast, that's great. Please have your boat completely ready, I've said. Breakfast is going to be starting to be served at 5:30. So we're doing the launch starting at 5 a.m. And if you're first in line and you get done 5:30, the Lions Club will start serving their breakfast. I want to reiterate, I guess, and I don't know if we've always made this quite clear, but we had a prepayment option for the breakfast. But if you want breakfast, you're hungry, go make a donation at the Lions Club, and you can have breakfast. The idea is that our Lions Club uses this as a fundraiser, and our Lions Club, they fund a bunch of other organizations around the community and charities in the community, and so this is a way for them to help the community as well. Lunch, if you pre-ordered lunch, lunch is not quite the same. You had to pre-order it so that we knew how many to produce. Our curling club is doing that. That, again, is a fundraiser for them to continue their operations with the curling club. There will be a sign beside the Marina building, lunch pickup, you can't miss it. They will be there, and they have a list. So you don't have coupons for your lunch, but you do have, they have a list of who's picked up the lunches. Saturday afternoon, during the weigh-ins, Pizza Twice is going to be on site selling pizza by the slice, where you can get a bite to eat before leaving the grounds. Our marina staff, we have our summer students have started back, and we'll have them on hand from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Just a note, washrooms will be open when I arrive there at around 4:30. If you want to fuel up before Sunday, i.e. Saturday afternoon when you're done, after you weigh in, if there's a big lineup for weigh-ins, if you want to do it before you weigh in, I don't care. But if you want to weigh in, and if you guys can't hear me up here, I'm going to announce something pretty important. Gas up before you leave the marina, and I'll tell you why. We know and we recognize that gas prices are stupid high, and we appreciate the fact that you guys came here and you're fishing a tournament and you're burning a bunch of fuel. And so what we've done for this weekend, we're happy to announce that we're going to give a 25-cent discount per liter. So your price at the Marina pump is going to be $1.93.9. And that's part of our contribution and thank you for you coming to fish in our tournament. So I would urge you to line up. They're going to be there from 7 to 7. If we have to go over, we go over. But that's what we're doing to help with the cost. Yeah. The platform won't hold the truck, sorry. Sunday afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. There's a barbecue there hosted as in other years. And that supports our grade 8 middle school with the proceeds. All the proceeds for that go to their year-end school trip. And we had kind of not great weather last year on the Sunday, and they still did okay. But 2 years ago, when it's a nice sunny day and we've got a really good bunch of people out for the youth derby, and you guys are coming back in, 2 years ago it paid for the entire grade 8 class school trip. So again, that's another important thing for the community here. They are cash only. I think that's the end of what I have, but the important thing I think is the flow in the morning, and like I said, we'll have people that'll help direct traffic, and hopefully we'll get everybody launched really quick, and then everybody can have some breakfast or whatever, and we'll get ready to do takeoff. So with that, I'll turn it over to Don, and he'll go over some of the timings and rules and the rest of it.
I'll do the best I can anyway. Thank you very much, Tim. One thing I do want to mention about launch, if you are launching early enough that it is still limited visibility, make sure you put your nav lights on. We don't need boats floating around out there that we can't see where they're at. That just means if someone gets in trouble, we can't get help to them. So if you're launching and the visibility is still low, make sure your nav lights are on. We're not going to go over the rules from one end to the other. Each one of you checked off on the rules on the registration on the website. And you've also been provided a hard copy in your registration packet. If you have any questions about the rules, please feel free to reach out to me. My number is available. You all have it. Jeff Wilson, leave it alone. I'm not playing that game this year. So, timings are very simple. We're not going to waste a whole lot of time. Our staff will arrive at 4:30. Ramp will open at 5. No boats will be launched before 5 o'clock. No boats will be checked in before 5 o'clock. So our volunteers and our staff will be on site. You can start lining up, but we're not going to start checking you until 5 o'clock. As Tim mentioned, Lions Club will open for breakfast at 5:30. Please make sure you are launched prior to going to eat. By 6:30, we want to have all boats in the water ready to line up. Anglers will pass by the gas pumps and give your takeoff number back to Tanya, and then proceed to the starter boat. The starter boat will be idling offshore. Excuse me. 6:35, we want boats 1 through 15 lined up, ready to pull away from the dock. At 6:45, we will have Kylie Matchett, Nakwak Millville First Princess, will sing O Canada. At 6:50, any last-minute instructions will be given. Big motors will fire, and the field will line up. At 7 a.m., no later, if we can cut you loose a few minutes early, if you guys are all well behaved, we'll give you those few minutes. But at 7 a.m., no later, we will start blasting off. Trickle start, everybody knows the etiquette. Stay safe, smaller boats, be aware of the bigger boats. Big boats, be aware of the smaller boats. Angling hours will run from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Atlantic Daylight Time, or as adjusted by takeoff procedures. So if we have inclement weather or some other factors that makes us have to adjust the times, you will be notified ahead of time. But based on the weather forecast, the only thing we really got to keep an eye on, I think, is going to be wind. And we've all fished in the wind before, so we just need to make sure our heads are in the right place and we're paying attention to what we're doing. Takeoff position for day 1 will be determined by a random computerized draw here very shortly. So if you don't like the number, blame Tim because he's pushing the button, not me. Each team will be given a number. You'll get your number at the boat inspection tomorrow morning. That will indicate your starting position. Takeoff position for day 2 will be based on an angler's draw during the weigh-in. So after you weigh in, before you leave stage, you're going to draw your number, your takeoff number for day 2. Same thing, your starting numbers will be given out at day 2 boat inspection. Takeoff procedures, as mentioned, will begin at 7 a.m. sharp. Teams will line up in the order of assigned takeoff position. You know, everybody that's going to be checked in is going to be here, so we're going to know exactly how many. If you broke down, you have an issue, you know, move out of the way. Don't get in the line, everyone. Just kind of let them know, hey, I'm number 23. I got a problem. 24, move ahead. Just communicate to each other on the water. Just let everything go as smoothly as possible. Once cleared by the tournament director, each team will proceed at an idle to the starter boat, who will give the signal to take off. You do not put your throttle down until you have passed the takeoff boat. Our staff on the takeoff boat do not want to be holding on for dear life because you guys are washing them out with wakes. Get past the takeoff boat before you hammer on that throttle. End of the day check-in will be at 4 p.m. no later. And you must confirm with us that you are on shore. If you leave early for some reason, make sure the tournament staff is aware that you have left, so we are not sending out a search party at the end of the day wondering where someone is. Each returning team must show their team number to the personnel on the check-in boat or on the dock. We will let you know where they're going to be positioned so you can be checked in and time documented prior to docking for weigh-in. Because if you are late, there are penalties involved. The exception to this will be day 2. The top 10 will be held back unless there is an issue with fish health that we have to address immediately. If you are in the top 10 on going into day 2, you will be held back for the final round of weigh-in. If you are late at the end of the day, it will be 1 pound per minute. In the event of fog or other inclement weather, takeoff may be delayed at the discretion of the tournament director. If the start is delayed, extra time may be added, but not to exceed the time we have been granted on our variance by DNRE. They set our limits. They tell us how late we're allowed to go. So we may take off an hour, but only allowed to add a half an hour. It depends on what DNRE allows us to do. If you are going to go against the flow during takeoff, which means if you're going to go up the NACO Extreme, excuse me, proceed to the left around the takeoff boat and get out of the way of everybody that's going to go straight and upstream. So make sure you loop to the left. Do not try to cut back to the right between the takeoff line and the shore. As mentioned before, tournament hours will be 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Distressed fish can be weighed in. The scales will open for stressed fish at 1 p.m., no earlier. You're all good at what you do. Manage your fish accordingly. It's cold water. It should be relatively easy at this time of year, but please take care of our resources. I've mentioned the takeoff order. Boundaries, out of bounds areas, downriver, in front of the Mactaquac Dam or inside of the yellow markers. Anyone been down by the dams? Know if the markers are out? I'm guessing probably not. Oh, they are? Not the big ones? Okay. There's a couple buoys there, so just be aware if you're close to that Mactaquac Dam, use some common sense. That's not where you want to be. No wake zones. King's Landing Stream. There's horses and other animals that are going to be in there that can be affected by the outboards and the wakes, so please enter the stream slowly. NACO Extreme is no wake once you see the houses on your right going into the stream, and the Meduxa Keg in its entirety. So the minute you go underneath that outside bridge in the keg, idle only. Upriver, obviously past the Highway Bridge, the Highway 1 bridge in the keg. This is off limits, not no wake, this is off limits. And you cannot cast a line beyond the Heartland covered bridge. Community holes, where encroachment rules do not apply. Eel River and the Meduxa Keg, please be respectful of each other. You know, it's pretty simple. Don't go bouncing jigs off of the side of each other's boats. Anyone who's fished in those holes knows there's all kinds of fish to go around. You don't need to be up there fighting for bouncing boats off of each other. If you're not in a community hole, 75 feet between boats in all non-community areas. On day 2, there will be an additional off-limit area here at the launch from the Nakowick Stream Bridge on the left to the red buoy on the right looking downriver. Upriver, sorry. Culling. You are allowed to have up to 6 fish in your live well throughout the day. Before you come to shore to weigh in, that must be reduced to 5. So you can have 6 in your live well all day long, no more. But before you come to weigh in, it's got to be cut down to 5. If you're seen on shore and you bag your 5th one and then you throw your 6th one out at shore, we're going to have a talk afterwards. Dead fish penalty will be half a pound per dead fish. Dead fish will not be counted towards the lunker prizes. And if you have any questions with regards to fish health, or if any fish are being questioned for fish health, it will be at the discretion of our biologist team from Acadia University. Weigh-in procedure. You will unload at the public docks. So those are the docks to the right. If you're looking at the river, those are the docks to the right of the marina building. The public docks, the ones without the gate on them. Then you will proceed to the staging area or the bump tank, which will be just up by the fuel tank. I assume we're setting it again, Tim? So up by the marina fuel tank. Your fish will be assessed there, and then you will be, when called, you will proceed to the stage. After you have weighed in, you proceed to the fueling dock in front of the Big Axe Marina, where your fish will be turned over to Acadia University. From that point on, it's on them. You guys walk away at that point. They're going to tag your fish. They're going to take some scale samples. They're going to do all that science-y stuff that is way above my pay grade. Release location. If Acadia is full or they don't want your fish, they will instruct you to go down and release off the fuel dock. Okay? But always check with Acadia first before going to release fish. Friends and family at home or abroad, if they want to watch on YouTube Live or Facebook Live, all the links will be made available on the Destination Nakowick socials, and we will make sure we share them through the NB Bass Tour socials as well. So tell your friends and family to keep an eye on social media, and we'll make sure all the appropriate links are put out so they can watch you. Tournament results from day 1, the website will be linked with a leaderboard. We'll make sure that's provided through social media as well. Contact numbers. Is this on the information packets, Tanya? Okay. It's on the rule pages. I'm just going to go over them real quick. Obviously, if it's an emergency, 911. You know, we'll do everything we can to help, but those guys are way better equipped than we are. If you have rule questions, that would be me. 506-433-0075. If you cannot reach me for some reason, Tim and Tanya are your next 2 contacts. 506-425-1800 and 506-470-5018. Please reach out if you have questions. Protests. Teams have 30 minutes from the conclusion of weigh-in to formally file a protest of any infraction or penalty or disqualification in writing to me. Not to anyone else, to me. It has to be in writing within 30 minutes of weigh-in ending. So if you have a complaint or a protest against another team, you have a protest about your own weight, or someone's been disqualified and they want to protest their disqualification, 30 minutes after the end of weigh-in has to be provided in writing to me. Tim, they've probably listened to me talk long enough now. Let's just give away more stuff. That is way more fun than listening to me ramble. Thanks for the vote of confidence, guys. Reg? What was that? Team number decals go on the starboard side of the engine. Before we move on to prizes, I guess I will quickly ask, is there any other questions? Bruce? You got debit and everything at the marina for fuel? Okay. We were just asked if the fuel at the marina was cash only, but no, there is electronic payment available as well, debit, credit, all that sort of stuff. So your fuel purchases at the marina do not have to be cash only. He says it's been tested. Okay, we're going to move on to some prizes. Next up, we have a Big Axe Brewery t-shirt and 2 beer steins. Bet you if you talk nice and give them a couple bucks, they'll fill those steins too. From team number 9, Dustin Chandler. Next up, we're going to give away not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 Yeti lunch boxes. $105 a piece for lunch boxes. We're supposed to draw 4 names. I'm not giving Brent all 4 of those. Okay. Team number 11, Brent Valère. Team number 44, Jason Young. Tanya's running prizes, not even making these guys come all the way to the front. I can't see. I see Tanya give Jason Young one. Team number 67, Kyle Totten. And last, but certainly not least, on the Yeti lunch boxes from team number 6, Pierre Dussault. Next one from Fox Indoor Golf. We have 2 hats to give away. Indoor Golf, that sounds like Windows in trouble. Team number 66, Cameron Gregg. Oh, we're doing 2 separate hats. Okay, I guess we're giving 1 hat at a time. Team 56, Michael Reed. We're going back to the Big Axe Brewery, Big Axe Maroon t-shirt and 2 more beer steins. Team 42, Jerry Lapierre. Upstairs. Oh, I see Mike coming. Next up, we've got a Yeti 30-ounce Rambler mug in a... Oh, sorry, I missed one. We have a pair of Pan Am Yeti mugs from our friends at Canada Bass. These were special editions engraved for the 2024 Pan Am Black Bass Championship. Team 67, Josh Eisner. Now we'll do the Yeti 30-ounce Rambler mug. On this one, Team 78, Billy Nickerson. And another Big Axe gift pack. We have a blue t-shirt and 2 more beer glasses. Team 17, Phil Curtis. He's going to be upstairs. Yes, absolutely. He's going to be upstairs. Tanya, make them come to you. Now we're going to do a...
Two MB Bass Tour hats. You want to do them both at the same time or one at a time?
We can do one at a time. Sure. We got a pair of NB Bass Tour hats to give away, one at a time. First one going to Team 51, Jarrett Parsons. And team number 16, Jasper Zhang. We have a black Yeti 30-ounce Rambler mug, our second Yeti Rambler to give away. That's going to Rob Shields, team number 37. Want to do them now? Okay, we have 2 $50 gift certificates from the Crab Mountain Inn. So we'll draw those one at a time. First one, team number 3, Jeff Wilson. I know he's upstairs, I can hear him. And let's draw the second one before Tanya goes running and find out if they're upstairs too.
Oh my God.
Team number 3, Andy Moran.
They can get a room together.
We just wanted to make sure they could get a room together and cuddle. Keith, did you just say there's nothing wrong with cuddling? Aaron? Jeff wants a picture. I'm getting out of the way. He wants to start cuddling already. Let's do that pair of sunglasses. Yeah. Next up, we've got a pair of Numa sunglasses, compliments of PJ Outdoors. Team number 15, Dan Desprez. Team number 15, Dan Desprez.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What do we want to do next? We have a $100 gift certificate from right here at the Big Axe Brewery. Team number 8, John Ellsworth. Right there. Shortest walk you've had all night, Tanya. Hang on a second. No. We're going to do 2 spools per prize, 6 prizes. Thanks to our friends at Shimano, we've got some spools of Power Pro. I think they're all 40-pound. First one of 6, Team 38, Tremaine Noss, right here. Thanks to our friends at Shimano and Power Pro. Next one, Team 29, Daryl McKay. Next one is Team 66, Kyle Gregg. Team 32, Colin Toole. Coming down the stairs. Team 35, Joey Samard. Is that it for the line? Oh, we need one more, I guess. Team 38, Bill Roy. Is that our final door prize? One more. Little Yeti 48 roadie with wheels, as you can see. Maneuvers easily. Talk nice to Tim. I'm sure he can find you ice to put in it. Even the mayor can use it. And he was talking earlier about being vertically challenged. So, adjustable handle for those of you who may be vertically challenged. Last door prize before we do the takeoff draw. Team number 15, Patrick Cameron. Congratulations to all of our door prize winners. There's all kinds more prizes coming over the weekend. So just because you didn't get something tonight, folks, don't think you're leaving here empty-handed this weekend. There is that little thing, like a $15,000 check that some of you might be interested in. Nobody here, you guys don't care where you take off in the morning, do you? We'll just, when you show up, you show up? No? Tim, I guess we got to do a draw. If everyone wants to just quiet down for a second, we're going to do a draw so you guys can get on with your evening. Now, Tim is going to run a random sorter. It's going to randomize this list. You just doing it the once? Okay, this is reverse order. So this is the bottom of the field. We'll scroll towards the top. As you can see, if you can see this screen on the right is going to be your starting position. Once again, I remind you, he pushed the button, not me. So, starting last on day one, Team 78, Scott Nickerson, or starting position 78, Team 24, Scott Nickerson, Adam Russell. Team 11 will go 77th, Brent Valaire, Brian Jones. Taking off 76th, Bruce Hanley, Mark Allward. Taking off 75th, Henry Winter, Keegan Winter. Taking off 74th, Corey Marr, William Marr. 73rd, Maxime Thibodeau, Kyle Mercier. 72, Bert Beek, John Ellsworth. 71, Joe Ross, Samantha Ross. 70, Michael Reed, Chris Storms. 69, Dan Daypre, Patrick Cameron. 68, Nick Pickles, Connor Stockdyke. 67, Sheldon Shea, Dave Devney. 66, Billy Nickerson, Jeff Keddy. 65, Bruce Rothwell, Anthony Milton. 64, Andy Getchell, Ron McDonald. 63, Henry Arsenault, Jeff Shaw. 62, Rob Shields and Robert Shields. 61, Reg Kendrick and George Weeks. 60, Chris Skipton, Sheldon Forrests. 59, Ryan Whalen, Easton Whalen. 58, Jeff Gilby, Jamie Monroe. 57, Hunter Hooper, Donovan McLean. 56, Jason Young, Bruce Clark. 55, Tremaine Noss and Bill Roy. 54, Ben Wu and Ryan Anderson. 53, Mark Seavey and Howard Malik. 52, Mike McVeigh and Travis Armstrong. Where'd we go? There we go. 51, Adam Foster and Jarrett Parsons. 50, Mike LaPierre, Jerry LaPierre. 49, Mark Jacobs, Carl Irons. 48, Sean Gadet and Parise Gadet. 47, Johnny Ash, Jordan Henniger. 46, Jeff Boudelier, Mark Mason. 45, Kyle Gregg, Cameron Gregg. 44, Alan Wright, Miles DeWitt. 43, David McGrath and Kyle Nixon. 42, Dean Walton, Harry Bradbury. 41, Daryl McKay, Rui Amaral, sorry. 40, Dawson Hunt and Brendan Hahn. 39, Jasper, and I apologize, I'm going to screw that up. So Jasper, you guys know who you are. Chuck? I can live with that. 38, Dave Pye and Wade Ainsley. 37, Jeff Duncan and Jeff Parker. 36, Ray McFarland, Rob Nickerson. 35, Martin Bear, Joe Poirier. 34, Joe Logatek, Mike Peruchek. 33, Ian Marr and Terry Marr. 32, Dave McAllister, Joey Samard. 31, Justin Dempsey, Dallas Dempsey. 30, George Hood, Brian Miles. 29, Alex Schofield, Calvin Redmond. 28, Luke Kang, Pierre Dussault. 27, Wilf Edmond, Howard Martell. 26, Donnie McLeod and John McLeod. 25, Phil Curtis and John Simiana. They tell me I got it right this time. Woohoo! 24, Troy Arsenault, Roger Finney. 23, Vic Guimont, Ted Hunt. 22, Jeff Wilson and Andy Moran, if they're done cuddling. 21, Cole Anderson, Walker Brewer. 20, Kyle Totten, Josh Eisner. 19, Cyril Brown and Courtney Tower. 18, Brandon Jones, Clark Rayner. 17, Keith Carver, Dennis Ferrand. 16, Logan Tucker. 15, Ron Hooper and Rob Hooper. 14, Ben Stockdyke and John Stockdyke. 13, Dale Harris, Fabian Desjardins. 12, Scott Fox, Dave McKean. 11, Aaron Hood, Keith Cormier. 10, Jeremy Farino and Rob Greco. 9, Dustin Chandler, Kylie Greenslade. 8, Gary Williams, Doug Taylor. 7, Greg Bazanson and Ryan Horning. 6, Seth Staples and Riley Gale. 5th, Max Dussault, Jason Bellier. 4, Justin Martin, Jerry Maloney. Rodney Goodwin, Ian Ross, number 3. Nathan Vino, Colin Toole, number 2. Nelson Thorne and Cam Brownson, number 1 takeoff spot for day 1. Now, before everyone goes running away, because I know that's your plan, you know your takeoff number, we'll post this just as quickly as we can get back around and get it done. Mayor Fox, do you have some parting words?
I always want the last word because I never get it at home. Oh, she agrees. Again, I really can't thank you all enough for coming to our community and participating in this event. It's important to us, as Greg mentioned earlier. You know, it is a real boost to our local economy. And then another thank you for Big Axe Brewery. And I think we owe them a round of applause. They host us every year, and the food's amazing. The drinks are even more amazing. So thank them, and we'll see you guys bright and early in the morning. And we wish everybody a great weekend, and keep your lines tight. Thanks.
Tanya, did you want to say something so Tim didn't have the last word? Have a good night, everyone. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I want to have your attention real quick. There was something I neglected to mention, and this is on me. Especially the anglers from the province of Nova Scotia, please listen up. Apparently, your inland fisheries group has come up with some new rules that any boat returning to Nova Scotia must be able to provide proof of being washed. So we are going to make sure that the boat wash station here will be able to provide you with proof. But please, Nova Scotia anglers, get your boat washed before you go home to save yourself a world of headache. There will be 3 boat wash stations available at the end of the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Grab yourself another cold beer. We'll see you guys at 5 a.m.